It has been a dynamic career, 2,486 career points, back-to-back SEC titles, and 2 Final Four appearances. Today, Simone Augustus takes her final curtain call in front of a capacity crowd here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as the Lady Tigers take on the Lady Bulldogs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside the coach, Van Chancellor, I'm Bernie Gunther. Welcome to Baton Rouge. Well, Coach, it is a special day here. Rarely do you get a player that comes along like Simone Augustus that changes the dynamics of the entire program.
What an impact she's had on this program. They went from averaging about 1,000 people now to 12,000. She can do it all. She can shoot. She can rebound. She's a great free throw shooter. She gets to the line a lot, and she's got the total package in my mind. You see her right now being honored here. When she came out tonight, Bernie, you could not hear yourself think almost, but the ovation she got. She's done more for this program than anybody that I know of that's played college basketball in the last 20 years.
Well, Coach, let's take a look at her credentials.
Oh, is that unbelievable? National Player of the Year, SEC Player of the Year, All-American, all everything. If you've done it in college basketball, this girl has.
Well, a lot of fans here in Baton Rouge looking to get one last look at Simone Augustus. You can too before she hits postseason play. It's the Tigers and the Bulldogs coming up next.
Hey, it's just a sports conference. Yeah, people do dedicate rooms to their favorite teams, name their kids after coaches, and play fight songs at their wedding. At Regions, we know it's more than just a conference. It's unconditional love and bitter rivalry. It's the SEC, and it's what makes you. Regions Bank, proud to be the official bank of the SEC.
There's an epidemic coming. It will affect the entire world.
There are millions of people that all need help.
A threat is spreading.
That poor girl over there is being murdered.
A conspiracy is growing.
Big pharmaceuticals are right up there with the arms dealers.
Payoffs, cover-ups, unmarked graves.
2 outsiders will risk everything to expose the truth.
Get down!
The Constant Gardener, now playing on demand.
The Constant Gardener is brought to you locally by Charter on Demand.
Do you guys get DSL from your phone company?
Yeah, why?
Well, you could be paying over $30 a month more than you have to.
But that's going to add up. Wow.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, it is.
If you switch to Charter for high speed and phone service, you're going to get a really fast internet connection, unlimited nationwide calling, and more at one low price. It's a good deal. What are you guys going to do now?
Call Charter. Yeah, Charter.
Call now and save over $30 a month with this great offer on Charter high speed and telephone service. I got you! Oh, what? What?
You're watching FSN North.
Back at Baton Rouge before the game, Shalonda Haston and Florence Williams also being honored on Senior Day here as the Mississippi State Bulldogs get set to take on the LSU Lady Tigers. Let's first take a look at the Bulldog lineup. It's going to be Warren at guard, Johnson at guard, Porter the freshman at guard, McKinney at forward, and Roberts at forward. And the head coach of the Bulldogs in her 11th season is Shannon Fanning. 499 career wins in her 30 years as a collegiate coach, 1 away from 500. On the other side for the Lady Tigers, it's Erica White the guard, Haston the senior, Augustus, Williams, and Sylvia Fowles the big center, and of course the head coach in her 2nd season here, Pokey Chapman, 57-5. This her 19th year in Baton Rouge, 4 as a player, 15 as a coach.
Yeah, you say Pokey's done it with great players. Well, let me tell you, that's one of the hardest things to do is take over for a legend, Coach Sue Gunter, and then you get in and you do the job, go to the Final Four, win 2 SECs. Great job.
LSU wins the tip. Sylvia Fowles gets it out. This is White passing it in the corner. First basket, a miss, a rare miss by Simone Augustus.
LSU comes out, gets the first shot they want to. If I'm Mississippi State, I'm going to reduce the game down. I'm going to use the shot clock. I'm not going to run the break. I'm going to try to make this about a 25-minute game.
3-point basket off the mark from Majorca Johnson. Rebound, LSU goes the other way. Williams, the 3rd senior, can't get it to fall off the glass.
Lots of times on senior day, you're a little nervous the first 4 or 5 minutes. It just takes you a little while to get settled down and play.
Ball inside, and Mississippi State has the first basket as Robin Porter puts it in.
But LSU's so disciplined on offense. They run the best man motion in the whole country. They'll get down, they'll get a good shot. They don't take many bad shots in this program.
Sylvia Fowles with the turnover. Porter has it. She'll take it the other way.
Mississippi State's doing a nice job of coming down, taking their time, controlling the tempo of the game. I think that's so big for them right now.
Shot inside the arc. And Pokey Chapman wants a timeout as early the Lady Bulldogs have a lead.
Yeah, great timeout by LSU. She doesn't like the mood of this basketball team. They're behind only 4-0, but it's an opportunity to win a championship and outright here today. She wants their attention. This is not an X and O timeout, Bernie. This is trying to get after them, challenge them a little bit.
We welcome those of you joining us to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, alongside Van Chancellor. I'm Bernie Gunther. We are at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. It's senior day for the LSU Tigers. Senior Simone Augustus playing her final game here in Baton Rouge after a tremendous collegiate performance. And of course, she came out of high school playing in Baton Rouge as well.
I've never seen a greater electricity in a college scene at this particular time. 2 hours before the game, it's been unbelievable the respect these people have for this kid.
Augustus looking for her first basket, and she has it. She is now 1 point away from moving into second all-time for career scoring here in Baton Rouge.
See, but I think Mississippi State's done a nice job of being patient on offense. LSU's going to take up the pressure a little bit defensively.
Ball kicked out, and the shot is again good, and State is leading now 6-2.
Tempo favors Mississippi State. They've got to make LSU beat them from outside. They're playing a little man, but it's almost like a zone. Sag a little bit, make LSU make some outside shots.
And the corner. Williams can't hit. Rebounded for the Bulldogs. And Warren hits off the mark. Rebound inside for Robin Porter, the freshman.
See, Mississippi State, I don't think Coach Sharon Fanning wants them to run that much. They don't want Warren running down the floor taking those kind of shots. Set it up, be very patient on offense, make LSU play some defense for 20-24 seconds.
Well, State comes into this game as the worst offense in the entire Southeastern Conference, playing against one of the best in the LSU Tigers. A turnover there.
But they had a good opportunity. The pass just doesn't connect. Now, if you're LSU, you got to come down. You got to get Sylvia Fowles some touches. She's overpowering McKinney inside. She's 6'5", 6'6". Get her the ball inside.
The Lady Tigers just 1 of 4 from the field. Augustus has both the baskets. She misses there. Rebounded by the senior Williams. Haston looks for help. Inside, Fowles. She is so tough to guard.
Mississippi State right now cannot guard her. Anytime she touches the ball inside, they got to swarm with the off guard, go down and double her, make her give up the basketball because they cannot defend her. She has such a height advantage.
Warren plays it inside. Nice feed down low. Fowles will get the rebound after the miss by Majorca Johnson.
See, when you're on the road playing a great team, you cannot miss little chip shots like that.
Simone Augustus gets her own rebound. Nice pass outside. Haston for 3. And now we see LSU with their 3rd try.
The LSU on the offensive board is no bigger than Mississippi State is. That's going to be a major problem, keeping Fowles and Williams and all of them off the offensive board.
Williams finally hits, and we are tied at 6 apiece.
See, if you have Mississippi State, though, just take a good deep breath. You're tied up. Hold on. Get on offense. Be patient. Make LSU work.
McKinney inside. Stolen away. Fowles has it. And White will run with it the other way.
See, when White started the last 11 games, what she's done, she's pushed the ball. She's made LSU a little bit better offensively up and down the court.
Foul on the floor against LSU. Mississippi State will have the ball when we come back. The Bulldogs trying to ruin things here in Baton Rouge on Senior Day. 6-6 our score very early.
Two world-class bouts ignite on FSN. Live on the best damn fight night period. Former world champ Vernon Forrest is back and ready to return to championship form as he collides with Raul Munoz. Plus, heavyweight contender Kirk Johnson makes his long-awaited return to the ring when he battles Javier Mora. Boxing's main event begins now. Presented by Honda Motorcycles on FSN.
The ACC race heats up. Can Maryland solidify their spot in the Big Dance with a conference win? Or will national power North Carolina spoil their postseason plans? ACC Sunday Night Hoops tonight on FSN.
On an all-new CMI with Chris Myers, Mark Cuban.
People said, shut up, write the checks, and sit in the suite. Now when a new owner comes in, they ask, are you going to be like Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban on the Chris Myers interview tonight on FSN.
A spot in the Big Dance is on the line in the Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament. For the first time ever, all 10 men's teams get caught in the madness.
Oh, is that ever pretty?
3 days in March.
Can you believe that?
1 court. And a champion crowned. The Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament begins March 8th on FSN.
You're watching FSN North.
6-6 our score with 15:27 to play in the first half. Van, LSU just 3 of 9 from the floor.
I think that happens. You come out a little flat. It's Senior Day. You have all of that emotion. You're playing the 12th place team in the league right now in Mississippi State. And so you're a little overconfident. Now I look for LSU to really pick it up, go to hitting shots, and they're going to crash the offensive boards.
What does Coach Fanning's team have to do to pull off the unthinkable here today at Baton Rouge?
Be very patient on offense. Don't turn the ball over. They have 2 turnovers in the first 5 minutes, and I think they're trying to create too much. Just be very patient. Let the shot clock run down a little bit.
Well, they're draining it all the way down to 10. They're going to have to hurry here. Ball sent inside, out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. It'll be LSU basketball.
That's a useless turnover. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't make that turnover. Don't put yourself in that position to turn over the basketball.
Tigers looking for their first lead of the ball game. White takes her time, back out to the top of the key.
Mississippi State's done a nice job of, they're 4 in the paint right now, only 1 outside, but you got to be able to get out and guard Simone Augustus. She can just do too many things. You cannot give her that mid-range jump shot because that's the most improved part of her game since she was a freshman. Watch this distance. Put it on the floor, ball fake, act like she's going right, go left, pull up and shoot the ball. That's the one area she's worked on a game this past summer. She's much better.
Simone Augustus will go to the line for the 3-point play. She hits it. She has 5 points today, and she is now 2nd all-time at LSU in career scoring. She moves ahead of Julie Gross, a player that played here from 76 to 80.
See, you may not know this. Her daughter is a great player from Australia that's playing in the WNBA right now, Lauren Jackson.
I did not know that.
Oh,
Coach.
Yes. And then I've coached against Julie Gross. What an outstanding player here in the late 70s.
Bulldogs get the rebound and back-to-back misses for McKinney. Look at the Tigers run it the other way. Inside to Fowles. Off the glass. Does not fall. She gets her own rebound and she'll go to the line.
Can you believe a player that big can run that fast? Did you see her run the break? She comes out, she can run, she's going to be able to make it. And this is the one area she has to improve some in the next 2 years, free throw shooting. She is not a great free throw shooter. She's got to be able to get in the gym this summer, get herself really comfortable, and as a junior, move that up to about 75%.
Well, Coach, ironically, coming out of high school, they called her Baby Shaq.
Yeah, but And I can see why. She can run better than Shaq, but she looks like to me on that shot, she looked a little bit like Shaq shooting the ball, but she's shooting almost 63%. We just showed that graphic, 62.6. That's, when you can do that, that's just unbelievable.
She was the first high school player to dunk in a game. She did it twice back in Florida in a regional playoff game where she played at Edison High School. And rumor has it we might get a chance to see her dunk today.
Well, that would be nice. It'd be a great breakout. I think that I've never been that the women have to dunk the basketball, but I think it'd be good, especially with this great crowd in here.
Warren in trouble. Inside Porter gets the basket.
See, LSU changed there to the free throw. They went to a little double team out of the half-court trap. Mississippi State recognized it, kicked the ball out. Nice shot.
Williams inside to Fowles. Got 3 Bulldogs on her. Nobody can guard her.
Yeah, Mississippi State's doing all they could there. She's just too big, too tall, too much length. She's 6'6", and I bet her arm length makes her almost 6'9".
Fowles has 5 points already.
Mississippi State right now, I think they've shown nice patience, but you look defensively, Fowles is just so quick.
As she stretches out her arms, forces the turnover there.
See, LSU's not just going to make many mistakes. They don't take many bad shots. They don't turn the ball over. They reverse the ball from side to side. They do a nice job of getting the ball on the power side, reverse it. You see them right now. See, going inside, Fowles is just so strong. She can go up over 2 Mississippi State defenders and put the ball in the basket.
She draws the foul here. And Coach Fanning would like to take a timeout now for the Bulldogs.
See, there's a Bulldog in front of her, a Bulldog on the side, and a Bulldog behind her, but that doesn't do any good because she can just jump up over and catch the basketball. Sharon Fanning has done a great job at Mississippi State. This year's been a little tough. They've had a bunch of freshmen. They're very, very young, and you are watching right now one of the great players, Simone Augustus. I don't know of anyone that's done more for her team than this program than she has. You look at the score, and she's moved into number 2. Now, I don't think she's going to catch Joyce Walker. Joyce Walker put 45 on me one night and beat me single-handedly. Joyce Walker could score in the dark from anywhere at any place. But this kid, you measure what she's done by how many Final Fours, how many SEC championships. She's put LSU on the map.
Well, she needs some Maravich-like numbers to catch Joyce Walker at 2,906. And Walker is still the best ever in SEC history as far as scoring is concerned.
See, the reason she won't catch her and the reason she doesn't have any more points at LSU, they're running this motion offense. They're all unselfish. She doesn't take a lot of shots. Simone Augustus has done this without just shooting it every time she touches it. She's setting a lot of back screens. That's why she hasn't scored 3,000 points.
In the game right now for the LSU Tigers, Ashley Thomas, a sophomore from Stone Mountain, Georgia, normally starts. But tonight, she began the game from the bench as she gets that deflection.
The LSU White does a nice job of moving the basketball a bit. If they don't have the break, see this? They're hunting Simone Augustus for some shots. They do a nice job of setting screens for her. Mississippi State needs to slow down, take your time, and you've got to stop turning the basketball over against this great LSU team.
They have 5 turnovers already. Make it 6.
Mississippi State right now is being impatient on offense. LSU's going to come down and try to post up Simone Augustus. She does such a nice to see her pass the basketball. A lot of great stars would have shot the ball at that particular time. She was looking for a friend, a teammate, kick it inside, turnover. And if you look at it with 8 minutes gone in the game and the score is 12-8, you never want to be behind. If I'm Mississippi State now, I'm pretty happy. I'm still in the game. I got the basketball with only down 4.
LSU just 5 of 13 shooting, though. You know they're going to get a little hotter than that, Coach.
Yeah, and Mississippi State is scoring pretty good. Look at that outside shot. Nice ball. And I'd see great patience at that time. Johnson gets an outside 3 ball and makes it.
Myoka Johnson pulls the Lady Bulldogs within 1. Thomas is all trying to go after a wide open jumper, and she does.
See, I don't blame State for doing that. I think they've got to back off of Thomas and double team Fowles inside. If Thomas makes it, get on the bus and go home.
foul. Timeout on the court. Senior day in Baton Rouge. The Tigers up 14-11 here in the first half.
The finest leather boots are at Big Phil's Boot Sacks. Taking his time with this call, Jim.
He sure is, Bob.
So this huge bug was headed straight for me, so I threw my flag at it and...
Maybe I should let you go.
No, it's cool. I just up my anytime minutes. Altel lets me change my plan whenever I need, so we can talk all day. So what's for dinner?
I was thinking meatloaf.
Oh, meatloaf. Yes.
When Altel lets you change your rate plan without extending your contract on America's largest owned and operated wireless network, what's not to love?
I feel like my head is swollen in this hat. Does it look big?
The women of the Southeastern Conference prepare to shine in the 2006 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament. Don't miss the show as the shooting stars of the SEC battle it out for the conference crown. March 2nd through the 5th at Altel Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, what a play!
Reserve your tickets today. Charge by phone at 1-501-975-9000 or order online at secsports.com. The 2006 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament. Don't miss it.
Back at Baton Rouge, the Tigers lead by 3. Before the game, we chatted with Simone Augustus about the impact she's made here in Baton Rouge.
I feel proud just because I know where Lady Tigers basketball was before when I was growing up as a little girl, and just to see all the fans that we have here today and everything that we're doing, national television games and, you know, playing top-ranked opponents and, you know, winning the SEC titles, that means a lot. The first ever Final Four, to see Coach Gunner, you know, and her expression about it. I mean, those are moments you will always keep with you and you can never, you know, be sad about.
Well, and then when she first came here to Baton Rouge, she had tons of choices from colleges. And the article today in Baton Rouge was absolutely outstanding, chatting about how she didn't want to be a normal player that followed the footsteps. She couldn't believe how many great players from LSU would leave. She wanted to build a program here, and she has.
Just as Mississippi State climbs within one, but let me tell you what's the greatest thing about her. She had a press conference last Friday with this, and you know what she was doing? She was just saying what a wonderful thing it was to get to know Coach Sue Gunter. Can you believe of all the things you're going to remember your coach that's passed away? And that's just a wonderful, sweet person.
Augustus with the ball. Her team up 1. Thomas misses this time, rebounded by Mississippi State.
That's the shot State has to give to LSU. Thomas from outside. Don't let Simone Augustus or Sylvia Fowles beat you.
And another foul away from the ball.
You look at that now. Career scorers. Number 1 right there that's playing. And she's done it with a great team. Some people, I'm not saying these players on this have done this, but they do it because they're the only person on their team. They're getting all the shots. She has to share shots with a great post player here. Our fans here are just thinking their team's going to get it done, but Mississippi State's hanging in tough.
Warren misses, Fowles with the rebound, and jump ball. Possession arrow favors LSU.
And I think LSU is saying to themselves, hey, we're going to get Mississippi State. Everybody relax, but you better watch out. That's how upsets happen. The longer this game goes on, the greater confidence Mississippi State gets.
Haston drives in the lane. It falls. Tigers up 3.
The Augustus will go in the top 12 of the WNBA draft. This is a very talented basketball team, but they do a nice job with their talent.
Majorca Johnson passes it to Warren. 10 on the shot clock. We'll see what Warren elects to do. Backing way out now. Gonna have to hurry. Throws one up, and it goes.
Well, LSU made a great defensive basketball play. They come out, they double her with 6'6" outside. Warren has the presence to know where the shot clock is. So you got to play smart basketball. Realize it, put up a hope and a prayer, but it went in.
Back tied at 16. Fowles picks it out.
They're just giving White the shot. She's got to step up and make that shot from outside.
Augustus on the baseline is tripped up. They'll call the foul on Simone Augustus.
Look at Warren right now. She gets double teamed. They're out there pressing her. She steps inside of the double team, knows the shot clock's down to 1 and drills it. I think State right now, what a tempo. You'll see the charge. They're drawing in. They're saying, hey, Simone, you'll beat us from outside. We're not going to let you get to the basket. They've done a nice job of closing those gaps off.
Chekla gets to the rebound. McKinney gets another. This is the third chance for the Bulldogs. Foul on the floor.
The LSU right now has got to do a better job of keeping Mississippi State off of the boards. Mississippi State's done a nice job of doing that. You look at their record, their season, the date they've started out. But let me say this. The reason they're struggling, look at the bottom of it, starting 4 freshmen in 5 games. And, you know, when you start freshmen in the Southeastern Conference, they better be extra good, and you better not start but one.
Well, they still haven't found a consistent scorer from when Tan White left the team last year and became the second Bulldog in history to be drafted into the WNBA. She was the second pick by the Indiana Fever. Bulldogs looking for the lead. No basket. Traveling violation call.
See, every time LSU's tried to come out and run a little trap, double the basketball, pressure it, Mississippi State's been able to solve it, step through it, jump up, and break it.
Turnover for LSU, their 4th.
See, State's doing a nice job of reversing the basketball, running some time off. The shot clock's down to 15.
McKinney inside the arc. Rebounded by Chekla. No, then she lost it. Timeout on the floor. A shocker here in Baton Rouge. The Bulldogs keeping with the Tigers so far in the first half.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Best Damn is turning 1,000, and we're counting down our top 100 moments to celebrate the best.
I love you. You complete me.
Oh, shut up. You had me at hello.
And the worst.
Please welcome Jeff Richardson.
Richard Jackson.
Where's this gonna end up?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week at 10:30.
A spot in the big dance is on the line in the Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament. For the first time ever, all 10 men's teams get caught in the madness.
Oh, is that ever pretty?
3 days in March.
You believe that?
1 court. And a champion crowned. The Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament begins March 8th on FSN.
Bucks basketball is on FSN North. Armed with one of the league's most dangerous scorers.
Michael Red. Yes! Where is he money tonight?
The Bucks are hungry for a return to postseason play. Can Red and company emerge in the East and return Milwaukee to the NBA's promised land? The story unfolds all season long on FSN North. Saturday, the Bucks battle the Knicks on FSN North.
Pokey Chapman trying to fire up the troops. Her team even right now with Mississippi State.
Yeah, she probably feels like she's behind because she's not very happy with how they're playing at this time. But do you realize Mississippi State this year has started 9 different lineups? That's tough to do because that means your team has been inconsistent. It's not an indecision by a coach. It's indecisions by players because somebody's got to step up and create an opportunity and say, hey, I'm your starter, coach. You can depend on me.
And coach, going to this game, it was freshmen, 2 freshmen, the top 2 scorers on the Bulldog team. Simone Augustus on the baseline. Gets her own rebound. Tigers back on top. Like you said, Coach, the Bulldogs taking their time.
Yes, and when you see the shot clock down, you see us at 13, that's a great advantage.
We welcome those of you joining us. We are in Baton Rouge. It is senior day for Simone Augustus and two others, the LSU Tigers, looking to win back-to-back SEC titles. A win today, they would win the conference outright. If they lost today, they would have to share the title with the Tennessee Lady Vols.
Yeah, but they're not playing right now like they're playing for the championship. They're just trying to play for the end of the game. They better start getting after it, start playing, because the longer you allow this young Mississippi State team to hang around, the more they're going to believe they can win.
Good move inside for Lauren Roberts, but the rebound for LSU, and they'll take it the other way. Rashante LeBlanc in running the point now.
LeBlanc's done a nice job. She started early in the year. She got hurt when they brought in White. They can run a little more. As you see Williams try to make an outside shot. But see, Mississippi State, they're grabbing the ball. They're not running with it. They're holding it. It's tempo. I really like the tempo of the game for Mississippi State at this time.
They come in as the worst scoring offense in the entire SEC. And the best news for them, Coach, at this point, it's a very low-scoring ball game.
The best news, they're only down 2 points on the road, playing one of the great teams of the in this country.
Augustus off the glass.
Great timeout by Sharon Fanning. Don't you say that you're down 4. A lot of coaches wouldn't call that timeout. I say call it. Don't let LSU go on one of those runs where they're up 10 or 12 right before halftime.
Well, they have to feel right now, Coach, with 5 minutes and 41 seconds. They are pretty close to keeping this a good ball game going into the half.
Yeah, and right now LSU is able to run the basketball. You'll see they have 2 point guards. Both of them can push it. LeBronch comes in, pushes it, dishes off to a person who knows how to finish. 58%. It's unbelievable that you would play out of the 3-hole and shoot 58%. That's the kind of percentage big post players shoot.
She has 9 points, 4 of 10 from the floor right now. She just really doesn't force any shots up at all, Coach.
Has tremendous patience. I've told you, when you talk about efficiency, that's a player that can get it done and not take a lot of shots. I know a lot of people that score 30 points, but they're going to take 30 shots.
Bulldogs trail by 4.
Right now, Mississippi State needs to close it out right here at halftime. Be very patient, get good shots. Don't lose your patience just because you're 4 down.
Ball sent inside with 5 on the clock. Another turnover. We'll see whether the Lady Tigers can capitalize. They turn it over themselves. Picked off by the freshman, Robin Porter.
I think Mississippi State's got to try to quit forcing it inside. They're going to have to hit some outside shots. Anytime they're trying to force it in the paint, they're turning it over.
And Coach Pokey Chapman is going to bring the starting point guard, Erica White, back on the floor.
And I think that's because you want someone that can run it, get them into their offense, not turn the ball over.
They'll say last touched by LSU. It'll be State basketball. DeCita Warren, the senior from Dallas, Texas, will check back in the game as well for the Bulldogs.
When you see Warren play for Mississippi State, that just shows you what experience can do. She goes in. She's the one player I think that they had to have on the floor. I had her in the Ole Miss game earlier in the year when they beat Ole Miss. I think when she's in the game, it settles Mississippi State down. She runs their offense, and she then can make shots.
Coach Fanning will also put another senior leader, Blessing Chekwa, on the floor. This is Chekwa. And a foul.
That was a good foul. If you don't make that one, LSU's going to be shooting a layup on the other end. But once again, Chadwick had a shot. She's got to be able to shoot it. You're not going to get any closer than about 12 feet on this strong LSU basketball team. They are very good defensively. They are known for all of their offense. But you think about it. People are scoring less than 60 points a basketball game. If you don't give up 60 points, you're going to win most of your games. They didn't get beat at UConn because they gave up a lot of points. They only gave up 51. They just couldn't score 52.
2 losses on the season. That's it for LSU. A loss on the road at UConn, and then they trailed by only 17 seconds against Florida in an overtime shocker a few weeks ago. It'll be Bulldog basketball.
That was a great win for Florida, though. I thought that was the win that put Florida into the NCAA tournaments. I think they're in. The lead's going to get 16s for sure. South Carolina today's playing Vandy. If they win that game, I think they're in.
A lot left to be decided before we head to the SEC tournament, as far as seedings and who everybody will play, beginning on Thursday in North Little Rock.
But everybody's trying to get away from LSU. I'll tell you that one first. And then second, they don't want to play Tennessee. And then third, they don't want to play Georgia. After that, they'll say, let's take our chances and let's go after all of them.
Another turnover for the Bulldogs. Let's see whether the Tigers can work it quickly in transition. Augustus will go to the line.
That's why she's an All-American. That's why she's one of the greatest players to ever play the women's game. She just has such balance. She can get in the air. She can stop. You can kind of push her, hack her a little bit. She has the presence to convert. You'll see her on the break. Look at the hesitation move. Act like she's going inside, one outside. But then a lot of players get fouled, Bernie, but they can't make that shot. And then she's just almost a certainty from the free throw line. When you can shoot as well as,
the jinxed her, coach.
Jinxed her. I didn't think she'd miss that shot now.
Augustus can't redeem herself from the floor. Casita Warren will slow things down.
I think Mississippi State now has got to come down and trust their mid-range jump shot. They're getting that shot, but they aren't shooting it. They're trying to get closer. You got to be able to make some.
Timeout on the floor. Simone Augustus is having a big day here on Senior Day. She has 11 points already as her Tigers lead it by 6 here on Senior Day.
Hey, Travis.
Get some friends, loser.
Bro, you all right, man?
Lean on me.
Thanks.
When you're not strong, and I'll be
Character. Pass it on.
I'll help you care.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Best Damn is turning 1,000, and we're counting down our top 100 moments to celebrate the best.
I love you. You complete me.
Oh, shut up. You had me at hello.
And the worst.
Please welcome Jeff Richardson.
Richard Jackson.
Oh, my God. Where's this going to end up?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week at 10:30.
You know those rating icons you see on TV? There's one made for everybody. They work with your television's parental controls to give you control over which programs your family enjoys. So you can choose between watching TVMA, which is perfect for grown-ups, to watching TVG, which is also perfect for grown-ups. For more information on TV ratings and the V-chip, visit this website or call the number on your screen.
You're watching FSN North.
Well, just about an hour south in New Orleans, there's quite a party going on for Mardi Gras, but here inside the PMAC, as they affectionately call it, 30 games in a row for the LSU Tigers. And Coach, things have really changed in the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's amazing what this woman has done for LSU. I used to coach here, and my wife would always get on to me, and she said, quit talking so loud to your players. Everybody in the stands can hear you. There wouldn't be no more fans there. Today, what a crowd. People are watching LSU women's basketball here in Baton Rouge. Has never been to a game 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Now, she just said she just put this program on her back in every sense of the way.
Going into this game, 5 out of the top 15 crowds in school history had came out this season. As we see Williams score, I'm going to assume this one is going to pop inside the top 15 as well. They are close to capacity here in Baton Rouge for Senior Day.
Yes, and it's all to come out to honor the three seniors, but primarily to say to Simone, thank you for staying at home. Thank you for staying in Baton Rouge and putting us on the map and making us a national contender.
Well, on April 20th, 2002, it certainly was a big question mark. She hadn't announced which way she was going. Some people thought she would go up to Tennessee and be a Lady Vol, but she shocked the world by picking LSU and has completely changed this program. They have won their first 2 SEC titles. They have gone to the SEC championship game and won, and they have also taken back-to-back trips to the Final Four. And Simone Augustus came back this year, coach, wanting to win a national championship, and you have to believe this is a team that can do it.
Now, this is one of 4 or 5 basketball teams I think is a favorite to win the national championship. Not just can win it. I think you think about Duke, North Carolina, LSU, all of those teams can win the national championship.
Williams with the rebound. White works it the other way.
Mississippi State's been unable to score. They're not scoring all year. Right here before halftime, they've been stuck on 16. They cannot let LSU get too far ahead here right at halftime.
We'll see whether they score on this trip down. McKinney in the paint. Misses again. It has been 6.5 minutes since the Bulldogs last scored a bucket. They are now 7 of 19 from the floor. Thomas stripped inside, makes a move. And another basket for the Tigers, as we will see the Bulldogs, I believe, call another timeout.
You'll watch it on the replay. McKinney goes up, and then Chetwood gets hurt on the offensive rebound. She falls. She's been hurt all the last year and a half at least. She's had trouble with her back. Right now you can see her in pain. They had to take a timeout and let her come out of the basketball game at this time.
Chetwood, senior from Harvey, Louisiana.
See, now Mississippi State's got to worry about their confidence. They've struggled. Young players will do this to you. You drop behind on the road 10 points, and then you begin to think, can we win the basketball game? They've lost 3 games with less than 10 minutes to go, 9 points down. 9 points ahead with 9 minutes to go and could not win. You'll look at it, you see it, a 10-0 run. Mississippi State, their defense is good. They have not been able to score enough to stay in the game at this time.
Using all of the shot clock, under 10 again. Now down to 5. Warren can't hit anything, and the shot clock violation will be called on the Bulldogs.
Part of that is the Mississippi State offense, but a lot of it all changed at the end of that 30-second timeout in which Coach Puckett Chapman said to them, you see Coach Sharon Fanning discussing officiating, but right now it's LSU defense. It is not LSU offense that's changing this game.
13 turnovers by the Bulldogs, forced by the Lady Tiger defense, and they score again. That time, Shalonda Heston, another one of the seniors, has given LSU a 12-point advantage as we are under a minute to play here in the first half. The Bulldogs still can't end their scoring drought. Foul on the floor.
See, Mississippi State right now, you watch them time after time when they come down, they're trying to actually get inside because they've lost confidence in their outside shooting. LSU's kind of, they play a man, but it's like a zone. They're going to kind of wad inside in the gold or whatever, yellow, whatever the color here, inside. They're not going to give you any inside shots. Mississippi State's got to shoot the ball from outside.
Bulldogs fired up again, a miss inside. The rebound is put up by Henderson. And now finally they're going to get a chance to end the drought at the free throw line.
See, when LSU does not have Sylvia Fowles in the basketball game, they struggle a little bit to rebound. She's such a force rebounding. You think about it, she averages in double figures in rebounds, and then when she's out of the game, somebody for LSU's got to do a better job of rebounding the ball.
Henderson gives the Bulldogs 2 points to end the LSU Tiger run.
But LSU now has the opportunity to come down, run the clock down, and take one shot. And I look for them to do that because they have tremendous discipline.
Haston, the senior, outside. The senior White. 8 on the clock. Haston fires it up, rebounded by the Bulldogs. They're going to have to hurry the other way, and they turn it over.
See, you only got 2.7. The odds of getting a shot, just take the basketball, take your time. Don't give LSU an opportunity to shoot the ball right now with 2.7 seconds to go.
Three-point basket for LSU. Kiana Chaney finishes things off. And the Tigers will go to the half with a commanding lead. A beautiful bucket off the break for Kiana Chaney. And it's the Tigers up big here on Senior Day.
Before you go here, before you attempt this, and before you even think about going there, you need to go here. Cooper Discoverer Tires, built to take you just about anywhere. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing. Go to coopertire.com for more information and a dealer near you.
SEC women's basketball. Haven't heard it? Haven't seen it? Well, you're missing a heck of a show.
Seriously, you want rock stars? You got them.
Talking about high intensity. Talking about adrenaline.
SEC.
Star power. That's this league.
For a new Honda, come to Vitesnik Power Sports, one of the largest power sports stores in the Midwest. Think power, think comfort, think style with the new VTX 1300. Honda's all-new ST 1300 is the best sport touring motorcycle the world has ever seen. The new Honda Goldwing provides an ultimate touring experience. See the Honda CRF 150F, the 4-stroke fun bike with an edge. We have a full line of Honda ATVs featuring the new 450 with lock-and-lock out 4-wheel drive or the all-new Rincon, Honda's biggest ATV ever. For your best selection and prices on a new Honda, see Vitesnik Power Sports in Richland Center.
Still using a dial-up modem to connect to the internet? You're not getting half the picture. With Charter's high-speed internet, you get blazing speeds up to 100 times faster than dial-up. Enjoy full-motion video, digital music, interactive games. All your downloads are downright fast. Charter high-speed internet service is just $24.99 a month for 3 months when you order Charter Digital. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER.
You're watching FSN North. 7.
Well, hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome to the Nissan Halftime Show. Lots going on in both the men's and women's games, so let's get right into it. We'll start with another women's game going on in the Southeastern Conference today. Florida and Tennessee. Now, remember, Florida beat number 3 LSU 10 days ago. Right now, Tennessee leads by 6. How about Georgia? The last time they lost to Auburn at home was February of 1993. Vandy, number 24 in the nation. What a turnaround for Vanderbilt in South Carolina. The last 2 years really struggling. Much better this season. To the highlights. Number 18, Boston College at Florida State. Senior day at FSU, Holly Johnson with the 3 puts Florida State up by 9. Ganiat out of Dunton had a big game. She scores in double figures in her last home game. Florida State gets his 10th ACC win. That is the most in Seminole women's basketball history, their 8th win in their last 9 games. Meantime, number 4 Maryland on the season, their 3 losses to Duke twice and to Tennessee. And remember, the Terrapins handed North Carolina their lone loss on the year. Elsewhere in the ACC, Georgia Tech and Miami. This was a good one. Final play of regulation, Tech down by 2, 1.1 seconds left, and we are headed to overtime courtesy of Janie Mitchell. Senior Player of the Year candidate in overtime with 10 seconds left for Miami down 3. Tamra Jones drains the tray, and we go to a double overtime session. In the double overtime, all squared at 81. Renee Taylor, you see with the 3 there. Miami wins in double overtime, 90-85. Remember, last Sunday, they lost in double overtime to Duke. Later on tonight, ACC Sunday Night Hoops on the men's court. It is Maryland at number 21, North Carolina. That game is coming up next. Perry Conley, Larry Clark join me in just a moment.
2 world-class bouts ignite on FSN. Live on the best damn fight night period. Former world champ Vernon Forrest is back and ready to return to championship form as he collides with Raul Munoz. Plus, heavyweight contender Kirk Johnson makes his long-awaited return to the ring when he battles Javier Mora. Boxing's main event begins now. Presented by Honda Motorcycles on FSN.
They are science's biggest mysteries. Now, explore this galaxy of secrets on a search for real answers.
Our very own planet is still a mystery to us.
The biggest questions.
Life on Earth could have come from Mars.
Thrilling revelations.
We could all be aliens here.
The latest findings about things you never imagined were possible. Dare to take a journey into the raw and the real naked science. Mondays on the National Geographic Channel.
A spot in the big dance is on the line in the Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament. For the first time ever, all 10 men's teams get caught in the madness.
Oh, is that ever pretty?
3 days in March.
You believe that?
1 court. And a champion crowned. Yeah! The Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament begins March 8th on FSN.
SEC women's basketball. The stars are coming out tonight.
You can't miss this.
My girls come to play.
Come on down. What you waiting on? It doesn't get any better than this.
I'm talking about all-stars, shooting out the lights.
This league has star power, future WNBA players. Final 4 participants. You're talking about national championships coming out of this league. SEC women's basketball. You got to see it to believe it.
You're watching FSN North.
Welcome back to the Nissan Halftime Show. Mike Goldberg joined by Perry Conley and Larry Clark. I just want to see if you guys are paying attention. How do I get Ganiat out of Dunton correct and then I mess up my partner's names? All right, I'll tell you one thing, though, Larry and Perry. Maryland can ill afford to mess up an opportunity to get some quality wins down the line. Tonight would be a big one to get them back on the bubble.
Oh, without question. For Maryland, this is a huge game, number one, because their RPI is 49, their strength of schedule is 8. Carolina has a 15 RPI. It would be a huge jump if they could get this game tonight. Big game for Gary Williams and the Maryland Terps if they want to get into the tournament, Mike.
Okay, in all fairness, at the beginning of the season, Perry Clark said, I think North Carolina's going to be okay. Larry Conley, you weren't so sure, were you?
No, I wasn't, and I'm one of those guys who's going to sit here and tell you that I didn't think North Carolina could make the tournament. Well, I've changed my mind, and they've done it basically because that freshman class has played so well. But I will tell you at the end of the season right now, Rayshon Terry and David Noel have been spectacular. I mean, they're averaging 18 and 14 points per game, respectively, and they really have been the difference in this basketball team. And as well as these freshmen have played, these guys have been consistent. But recently, in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I got to tell you, Mike, they have just been off the chart.
Larry Conley, Perry Clark, we will be here all day long. Don't forget, coming up tonight, coast to coast, ACC. Sunday Night Hoops, the aforementioned Maryland Terrapins against number 21 North Carolina. And then we head out west to the Pacific 10 Conference. And this is a great battle. Cal with Leon Poe, number 17 Washington, 8 in the East, 5 in the West. Pac-10 basketball later tonight. LSU, Simone Augustus. Perry Clark would have recruited her to play on his men's team a few years ago. LSU in control. Enjoy the second half, everybody.
I have a lot of tools, but the most important tools that I have are my hands. Woodworking for me is fun. It's not work. You can't get arthritis in a chisel, but I have it in my hands. My arthritis pain feels like sawdust in my joints. When I start to feel pain, I'll go right for the BC Arthritis. The BC Green eliminates the pain so that I can continue on through the work. I'm Tim. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and in this neck of the woods, we use BC Green.
I am so into you. I can't think of nothing else. I am so into you.
Roger, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I am so into you.
Texas Pete hot sauce. It's the bottle with the cowboy.
Also try Texas Pete Buffalo Wing Sauce.
SEC women's basketball. The stars are coming out tonight.
You can't miss this. My girls come to play.
Come on down. What you waiting on? It doesn't get any better than this.
I'm talking about all-stars shooting out the lights.
This league has star power, future WNBA players. Final Four participants. You're talking about national championships coming out of this league. SEC women's basketball. You got to see it to believe it.
The big dance is on the line in the Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament. For the first time ever, all 10 men's teams get caught in the madness.
Oh, is that ever pretty?
3 days in March.
You believe that?
1 court.
It goes!
And a champion crowned.
Yeah!
The Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament begins March 8th on FSN.
Bucks basketball is on FSN North. Armed with one of the league's most dangerous scorers,
Michael Red. Yes! Woo! Is he money tonight?
the Bucks are hungry for a return to postseason play. Can Red and company emerge in the East and return Milwaukee to the NBA's promised land? The story unfolds all season long on FSN North. Saturday, the Bucks battle the Knicks on FSN North.
You're watching FSN North.
We welcome you back to Baton Rouge in the Nissan Halftime Report. The Lady Tigers leading at 31-18 alongside the coach Van Chancellor. Bernie Gunther with you back here in Baton Rouge. And coach, what a great senior finale so far for Simone Augustus.
You start with the pregame. The electricity that was here for her, then the game she's having. This is just a wonderful opportunity for Simone Augustus. You watch her inside, the mid-range jumper. She's a tremendous offensive rebounder. She has the presence to be able to run the break, convert shots. What I think she does best, when you give her the shot, she's going to make it.
Well, plenty of papers set out to all the fans here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Absolutely a terrific day for Simone Augustus. There certainly is no place like home for her. She'll try to wrap it with a victory when we come back.
It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. From the East Coast to the West Coast and beyond. It doesn't matter who you are when you do what we do.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Best Damn is turning 1,000, and we're counting down our top 100 moments to celebrate the best.
I love you. You complete me.
Oh, shut up. You had me at hello.
And the worst.
Please welcome Jeff Richardson.
Richard Jackson. Oh, my God. Where's this going to end up?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week at 10:30.
SEC women's basketball. Haven't heard it? Haven't seen it? Well, you're missing a heck of a show.
Seriously, you want rock stars? You got them.
Talking about high intensity. Talking about adrenaline.
SEC.
Star power. That's this league.
For an inside look at the Badgers, watch the Badger Sports Report.
Tonight at 6:30 and 10 on FSN North.
You're watching FSN North.
Back in Baton Rouge, LSU, third ranked in the country and 20 minutes away from wrapping up back-to-back Southeastern Conference regular season titles alongside Van Chancellor. Bernie Gunther back with you on Senior Day. Van, so far in the first half, Mississippi State got what they wanted early, but they just can't find a way to put the ball in the hole.
Mississippi State did everything they wanted to do. They played as well as they could play. They just could not make a shot. You're not going to beat one of the top two teams in the country scoring 18 points and a half of basketball. Now, if you're LSU, you look at it. Why do they shoot 46%? Why 47%? Why do they shoot so well? Because it's quality shots. They shot selection's unbelievable here at LSU. Next, you look at defensive field goal percentage. Mississippi State shooting 31%. That's because they're not making it. Also, that might be, and I think it is the reason, LSU's defense is so good. They do a great job of making you make the ball shots from outside.
Augustus, 5 of 13 from the floor with 11 total points in the first half. And it'll be the Bulldogs with the basketball to begin half number 2, and batting the ball away, the senior, Houston.
LSU's now coming out in a little 2-3 zone. They're going to make Mississippi State score from outside. Kentucky's wrapped up 4th place for the SEC. They draw a bye. They beat Alabama today, 80-60, big win. And that's Mickey DeMoss right now is my SEC Coach of the Year. I've had 3, then I had 2, then I was wishy-washy everywhere. When she finished 4th, it's time to name it, give her the award. 5
on the shot clock. Ball thrown up by the freshman Porter, rebounded to the Tigers. Mickey DeMoss really shocked the world when Kentucky beat the Lady Vols early in the season as we see the Tigers out of their score.
Yeah, what a shot. Did you see Simone Augustus catch it in balance, go up and score? What worries me, I got to find a way to defend her in early June. That's going to be tough. I'm not looking forward to that. Coaching in the WNB, I'm looking forward to coaching. I'm not looking forward to trying to defend her.
Maybe need to trade up to try to get a better draft pick, Coach.
They're not, would no one trade away one of the great players. Is going to be one of the great players in our league, one of the all-time greats in women's basketball if you don't get hurt.
Move inside with 2 on the shot clock for Lauren Roberts. And again inside, blocked by Sylvia Fowles. The try by McKinney.
See the patience of LSU. They're up 15. They take great shots.
And now Fowles will go to the line.
What a tremendous pass you see from Simone Augustus. You'll see it right there. See the fast break, but watch her. Watch the balance. The ability to catch the ball, be in traffic, have a defender there, and you finish it. You see, watch the plot. These are 2 great players. They could be on the 08 Olympic team. I know they'll be on the 12 Olympic team.
Fowles with 5 points and 3 rebounds.
It's not what her stats are, even though she's shooting better than 62%, gets every rebound in the world. It's her intimidation factor on defense. When you got little bitty guards running in there, they're not looking for the basket. They're saying, where's the big one?
35-18 as we come upon 18 minutes of play in the regular season for both these squads. Inside off the glass, the miss by Robin Porter, the freshman.
LSU right now is moving. They're up and down. They're trying to up-tempo the game. Mississippi State, at this point in time, down 17. They've got to close the gap. They cannot let LSU get up to 20.
Simone Augustus with a rare miss on the baseline.
I think she'd like to repay all of these fans for showing up here today. I think if you would ask her emotionally, she's supercharged today.
Lauren Roberts outside misses, but the rebound is blocked by Fowles as McKinney tried to put it up.
Roberts made Fowles mad. She got the rebound over. She said, hey, you may have gotten the rebound, but you're not going to get the shot up.
Now Fowles looks to get it the other way, but the rebound this time by Lauren Roberts. McKinney wanted the basketball. She wants another chance. Traveling violation called on Robin Porter.
You look at this defensive play. See, McKinney got the ball, but Fowles said, hey, no more. We're going to block that shot. Don't come into my lane. Don't come into my house and try to put any of those little chip shots in.
Timeout on the floor as Mississippi State takes one. They trail 35-18 here in Baton Rouge.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Best Damn is turning 1,000, and we're counting down our top 100 moments to celebrate the best.
I love you. You complete me.
Oh, shut up. You had me at hello.
And the worst.
Please welcome Jeff Richardson.
Richard Jackson.
Where's this gonna end up?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week at 10:30.
A spot in the big dance is on the line in the Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament. For the first time ever, all 10 men's teams get caught in the madness.
Oh, is that ever pretty?
3 days in March.
You believe that?
1 court. And a champion crowned. The Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Tournament begins March 8th on FSN.
Bucks basketball is on FSN North. Armed with one of the league's most dangerous scorers,
Michael Redd. Yes! Where is he money tonight?
the Bucks are hungry for a return to postseason play. Can Red and company emerge in the East and return Milwaukee to the NBA's promised land? The story unfolds all season long on FSN North. Saturday, the Bucks battle the Knicks on FSN North.
You're watching FSN North.
Well, this may be the final time that they get a chance to see Simone Augustus, but Baton Rouge fans, don't fear. Sylvia Fowles is going to be around for 2 more years.
Yes, and this is going to be a great player. She's going to get better and better as you see her. She says, come on in here, Mississippi State. I'm going to welcome you to my block party. As you see, there's a block it inside. Now, you watch it. She gives up an offensive rebound. A lot of players would get discouraged, but she steps back in. And I tell you what I like about her. She blocks it. You look at it. Rebounds first. Field goal percentage third. Block shots third. Scoring fifth. And then you got 2 more years on her. No wonder Pokey Chapman is feeling so good.
Yeah, rare miss there for Fowles. She won 3 state championships in high school, 2 at Edison High School, and 1 her senior year at Gulliver Prep. And so far, she's won back-to-back SEC titles here in Baton Rouge.
She'll go up and just jump up and get a rebound in the crowd. She looks like a woman among girls right now playing because she's so strong. She jumps. She has such length. And she's so unselfish. A lot of players like this would say, we're up 17. Let me hunt my shot.
Aston, air ball. It'll be Bulldog basketball. They are 0 of 6 from the field here in the second half. Coming up tonight, ACC Sunday Night Hoops. Maryland will take on North Carolina at 5:30.
It's about a coaching job. I think after what all Roy Williams lost last year, he's done one of the great coaching jobs in men's basketball.
Good ball movement for the Bulldogs, and a blocking foul called. With 5 on the shot clock, they bailed out the sophomore Lauren Roberts there.
And usually LSU is so disciplined. With 5 seconds to go, they don't take that foul, and then that bails it out. Right now, Sharon Fanning has got to find something to score. When you look at it, at one time, they had 16. 13 minutes, no field goals. They made 2 free throws in 13 minutes.
At one point, Coach, this was 16-16. We had a tie ball game here in Baton Rouge, and I think everybody was baffled in the stands. And finally, we see a field goal. The freshman Robin Porter puts it in.
First field goal in 13 minutes. Pretty hard to beat a really good team, especially on the road when you're doing that.
Williams with a jumper, rebounded by Porter. Warren quickly takes it the other way. Porter can't hit.
I think LSU, if they're going to win a national championship in my mind, they've got to find one more outside threat. I think they have everything else in their package. Someone is going to have to be able to score from outside. I think teams will start packing them inside. Maybe it's Cheney. I think that might be one of the reasons she's playing today. She's an outstanding outside shooter.
Cheney comes in 6.4 points per game. A miss there by Roberts, rebounded by guess who, Fowles.
He's taking everything out. You'll see right now White's pushing the ball, and I think that's what LSU has to do.
Timeout on the floor. LSU up 15 points on senior day. 15 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the Tiger regular season. They're awfully close to wrapping up back-to-back SEC titles.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Best Damn is turning 1,000, and we're counting down our top 100 moments to celebrate the best.
I love you. You complete me.
Oh, shut up. You had me at hello.
And the worst.
Please welcome Jeff Richardson.
Richard Jackson.
Where's this gonna end up?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week at 10:30.
It's television's most prestigious fishing tournament. FLW Outdoors.
Look at the bend in that rod.
The ultimate weekly challenge in competitive fishing.
Woo! Huge fish.
Follow the world's top anglers as they go head-to-head in a race to hook the day's most elusive catch. And battle it out for the right to be crowned world champion. FLW Outdoors, Sundays on FSN.
Bucks basketball is on FSN North. Armed with one of the league's most dangerous scorers.
Michael Red. Yes! Where is he money tonight?
The Bucks are hungry for a return to postseason play. Can Red and company emerge in the East and return Milwaukee to the NBA's promised land? The story unfolds all season long on FSN North. Saturday, the Bucks battle the Knicks on FSN North.
You're watching FSN North. Nights on FSN.
Robin Porter huddling with her team with 15:06 to play in the second half. She's had a fairly decent first half here, but her brother, quite a big deal at Auburn. 1999 consensus All-American, the SEC Player of the Year that year, and you know she's got some good genes, Coach.
Yeah, you look at it, she jumps, but she don't jump quite as well as her brother. That would be naturally to be expected. She probably is a little bit better shooter than her brother, and I'm going to make her brother mad because, you know, he's an All-American.
Absolutely. She has 8 points in today's contest. Currently, she leads this team in scoring. You know, in some ways, it's a positive for the future when you have a freshman leading your team in scoring, but in some ways, that's a negative as well, Coach.
I don't think there's any question. Usually, if you got a freshman that's leading you in scoring, you look at Porter on the bench right now, you've got to think about it. She's joined some other great players there, Meadows, Branch, Fambro, Thomas, that led their team in scoring. But usually, if a freshman is leading you in scoring, she ought to be freshman of the year in the Southeastern Conference. That means you need older players to step up in this league.
I think the freshman of the year in the Southeastern Conference, there's no question where that's going to go. To Candace Parker in Tennessee, as you see, State 1 of 10 in the second half shooting.
Yeah, the freshman down at Florida is not doing a bad job. I think she should deserve some consideration.
Foul underneath.
Foul number 11, Heather Hollis. First personal third. Lady Bulldogs team foul.
Who's going
to
be player of the year in this league? Like any, you don't know that.
Player of the year?
Yeah, Simone Augustus. Coach of the year, Mickey DeMoss.
You got all your picks. Who's your first team?
Oh, easy. Humphreys at Georgia's my power forward. Fowles right here is my center. Simone Augustus, my 3 player. Parker is my utility two player. Play anywhere, play point guard, and then it's either you like Price or Baker, and that's just whether you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla or strawberry. It doesn't make any difference to me. But my all hustle team. I like my player another freshman for freshman of the year is the kid at Kentucky. I think she's done a really nice job. She's played well. Almarock, I like how she's got it. I think she's a major reason Kentucky is going to be fourth in this league and draw a bye. They're going to go to the tournament. Mickey DeMoss is going to love that first day. See, when she was at Tennessee, they never played on first day.
Air ball thrown up by Heather Hollis, the freshman. Cheney quickly the other way. Inside to Fowles. And she'll go to the line again.
Chatwood didn't have a choice there. She had to foul. She didn't have no way to guard her. She's 5'8", guarding 6'5", 6'6". Fowles does a great job of running the floor, getting position, setting up. But let's go back to LSU just a little bit. If I say that I think they can win the national championship right now just where they are. They're going to have to play some great games. They're going to have to, I think the second-row teams out there are really good. You look at Maryland, you look at Rutgers, Connecticut, Ohio State. They're going to have to get by one of those. But I think right now to win the national championship, somebody's going to have to develop some outside shooting for them.
And the question is, where's that going to come from, Coach?
I think it might come from Cheney. She has not played a lot, but I think you need her to do that.
We'd like to welcome those of you just joining us. We are in Baton Rouge alongside the Coach Van Chancellor. I'm Bernie Gunther. It is senior day for the LSU Tigers, and they lead it 36-20 here on Simone Augustus's final day. She was a homegrown hero, came out of Capitol High School here in Baton Rouge. She won 52 consecutive games going into her senior year. The question was, her senior season, would she pick Tennessee or would she pick LSU? She went against the mold, picked LSU, and she has completely revolutionized this program as we see her check back into the ballgame.
Fans, as when you watch television, you watch a great player coming into the game today. I can tell you the excitement here. I got here today for a 2 o'clock game, about 12 o'clock. There were people lining up. She's been in the newspaper. Fans here just appreciate her and love her so much.
Hollis misses. Rochante LeBlanc the other way.
It's amazing that you can take out White, who's done a good job. Your backup point guard was your starter for about 15 to 20 games. You put in LeBronce, what does she do? She goes coast to coast, and then under pressure, lays it in, now going to the free throw line.
LeBlanc will go for the three-point play, the sophomore from Port Arthur, Texas. Misses there, and it'll be LSU basketball.
The LSU's got the package nationally we're talking about. They're going to be the #1 seed. I still think North Carolina's going to be one, Duke's going to be one, and I still think Tennessee will be one. Tennessee's done a great job losing 2-point guards so far this year.
Augustus up top. Inside Sylvia Fowles in a lot of traffic. 3 Bulldogs around her.
What a catch. When you cannot describe that sometimes. Just what an outstanding catch. The presence to catch the ball, get it in. You watch it now. They're going to try to run a little out of bounds play where they're going to run a bunch off of a double screen and maybe, oh no, put it to Fowles inside.
Kick out to Augustus. Rebounded inside by Ashley Thomas. Augustus with another try. Can't give them that many tries. You know they're going to get one eventually.
Now you've got to keep them off the board. What are you going to do if you're Mississippi State? You're just not big enough. You're doing all you can. I think Mississippi State's played well. They just cannot score. 20 points is very, very difficult when you only score that much.
Augustus with a strip on the freshman Porter, but she gets the ball back and lays it in to cut the margin to 18. At one point in the contest today, it was 16-16 in the first half. And State just couldn't score. For 13 minutes, they went without a field goal. Inside to Fowles. Gets her own rebound. Nope. It'll finally be brought down by Porter.
But I think at that point, after the 16-16, LSU did a nice job of more pressure. They did a nice job of stopping it. Chadwick drive to the basket. Mississippi State, they're getting closer. I think they're playing very, very well.
Senior Chekwa adds the basket. We'll see Augustus.
So you cannot let her get that close to the basket. You cannot let her dribble drive. I think you've got to double team her. I think in college basketball and pro basketball, you double team more, especially great players. I think you've got to run somebody at her, make her, Simone Augustus, make her give up the basketball. Make somebody else beat you for LSU.
Chekwa up top. Stolen away, then brought back by Hilliard. Foul on the floor. We have a timeout with 11:11 to play in the second half. Sylvia Fowles, number 34, the sophomore. She doesn't miss often. A little frustrated, but the Tigers leading.
Fox College Sports has the recipe for the ultimate college reunion. Start with over 450 live college basketball games. Add conferences like the Pac-10, ACC, and more. Toss in news from around the NCAA. And garnish with the hottest coaches shows. This is the place where college basketball never ends. To order Fox College Sports, call 1-877-2GET-FCS.
Two world-class bouts ignite on FSN. Live on the best damn fight night period. Former world champ Vernon Forrest is back and ready to return to championship form as he collides with Raul Munoz. Plus, heavyweight contender Kirk Johnson makes his long-awaited return to the ring when he battles Javier Mora. Boxing's main event begins now. Presented by Honda Motorcycles on FSN.
College basketball hits the hardwood on FSN. The Pac-10 race heats up as Washington looks to spoil Cal's bid for a conference championship. Tonight on FSN.
On an all-new CMI with Chris Myers, Mark Cuban.
People said, shut up, write the checks, and sit in the suite. Now when a new owner comes in, they ask, are you going to be like Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban on the Chris Myers interview tonight on FSN.
Simone Augustus listening in to head coach Pokey Chapman. She has 6 points here in the second half.
And you see her, she's the kind of player that makes everybody better. 17 points, 8 out of 18. She usually doesn't miss that many shots because I think she's a little pumped up here today playing her last game. She wants to do so well. But you watch her here in the second half. She catches the basketball on the break. She has the presence to pull up and shoot it. They can't give her this shot. Do not let her ball fake right, go left, pull up and shoot that shot, and then see her power, her strength. And that's why I think on the next level she's going to be a great player. It's partly because of how strong she is.
The sophomore Ashley Thomas at the line misses. 42-24 our score, LSU leading.
LSU's played a lot of players today. I think that they're trying to give everybody an opportunity to play here at home in the last game. Normally, I would think in the SEC tournament, they won't play quite this many players.
10 on the shot clock, Porter. Rebounded inside. I think Thomas got a piece of it. Ball loose on the ground. Rashante LeBlanc has it for the Tigers. Into the corner, Cheney. That was the player who said needed to get fired up, especially in postseason play.
See, I think she could be an asset to come into the basketball game when Hostins is not being able to score outside. Cheney's got to come in, but she's got to get some confidence. She's got to miss that shot, come back down, take the same shot next time and make it. Now, we talk about what Simone Augustus brings to the table for you as a player. Not only a scorer, great rebounder, and you saw that then on the offensive board, gets it, goes to the line, and in a number of instances, you know, she's only missed 2 shots in a row. Only 4 times in a 4-year career. She did 2 of those this year. She'd only had 2 previously to then.
And we saw a moment ago, She is now over 2,500 points for her career, the leading scorer in the NCAA actively.
But the big thing is her team has only lost 2 basketball games. I'm going to judge you by what your team is doing. A lot of people can put up points because they're selfish, taking a lot of shots.
McKinney throws up an air ball, rebounded by Porter, and she will get the ball in the basket.
You know, Porter's done a nice job. She's going to have some consideration for Freshman of the Year because how hard she's played. She's able to score. She's in double digits in scoring.
Certainly got to think about Candace Parker, though, Coach.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Brooks, the big kid at Auburn, just a number player.
Inside, Kristen Morris, the freshman for LSU.
The future for the SEC looks outstanding. Got great freshmen, and you look at 2 of the great sophomores in this whole country. Humphrey's out. Nobody's better at her position than Sylvia Fowles.
Roberts with the ball. McKinney fires up the 3. State trying to work their way back into the ball game.
See this motion offense. Cheney's got great patience. I think that's one of the problems she struggled with, when to shoot and when not to shoot for LSU.
Rashante LeBlanc on the baseline. Air ball, rebounded though by Thomas.
The LSU faithful, they stayed throughout this basketball game. I think this is a great honor for their 3 seniors playing here today. These fans just love them. You take Williams, Austin, along with Simone Augustus.
This is Augustus. Look at that move on the baseline.
She just kind of cut the basketball, grabbed it with one hand, ball fake, turned inside. This is a special player. You look at it, there have been some great special players in this country this time. You look at Cheryl Miller. Today, we're seeing a Cheryl Miller type of player, a Cheryl Swoops type of basketball player. These are the type you're watching here today. See her kind of cup the basketball one-handed, little running Magic Johnson in the finals of the NBA one time, little scoop shot. You see the ball handling, what's penetration. Then you ball fake, come back, you cannot let her turn inside and get to the basket. She's just too explosive. What a first step.
21 points for Augustus.
The SEC has produced such great players as Shamika Hoslaw, Tamika Catches, maybe Jennifer Gillum, but this is also a special player. 21 points. Normally, you won't see her needing 19 shots to get 21 points.
State with the ball. Porter. 3-point basket is good.
Porter, today you've moved up on my all-freshman team, and I kind of keep going, but Parker's still the freshman of the year.
15 points for Porter as we take a look at Augustus. Inside to Fowles. Nobody can guard her.
But you see how active she is. Why is that shot open? It's because she's moving. She doesn't go down and kind of lay around on the block, say, get me the basketball. She works to get the basketball.
In the corner, inside, the missed basket by Majorca Johnson after the air ball thrown up. Augustus for 3.
I think right now LSU's good enough to win a national championship defensively and rebounding. You see them right now. Mississippi State's just really struggling to get shots off.
Now they get a second chance opportunity here as Richard gets the rebound. Ball inside and another bucket for Porter. 17 now in the contest.
Give State credit. They're fighting awfully hard, and sometimes when you're not scoring, it's so easy to get discouraged. I don't think they've got discouraged. I think they played awfully hard, especially when they've only scored 34 points.
10 on the shot clock. Augustus with a little move towards the bucket. Rebounded by Fowles inside, and she's fouled.
What a combo. You got one player that can score.
Sylvia Fowles, the sophomore, playing big here on senior day. 52-34 LSU.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, State Farm understands the devastating toll of this catastrophe, and we're here to help. If you're a State Farm customer who needs to file a claim but have been displaced and can't reach your State Farm agent, contact any State Farm agent near your current location or call 1-800-SF-CLAIM. That's 1-800-732-5246 or visit statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Sport is sport. A foul's a foul. And a bat's a bat, even if it's flat. 10 feet on the west side is 10 feet on the east side. Football is football, unless it's football. Now, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. But no matter what, you better come with it, because it's 90 feet to first, no matter where home is.
A fire burns in the heart of every Southeastern Conference student athlete, reaching deep inside every day in every aspect and calling forth their best. Courageous dedication, exceptional performance, extraordinary achievement. These are tomorrow's leaders.
A great crowd on hand here at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, near capacity, as they are seeing their Tigers up 52-34, a lock to become back-to-back SEC regular season champions. And watching Simone Augustus play in her final game. Coach, 3 players have been retired here at LSU: Maravich, O'Neal, and Pettit. The question, will Simone Augustus become the first female to have her number retired?
I don't think there's any doubt. Coach Bertman, he's always done the right thing here at LSU. They'll retire her, and I think they ought to put her number not on the other end for women's basketball players. They ought to move her up there with those 3 guys. I think when you think about the impact she's had, you think about those 3 people: Maravich, O'Neal, Pettit. Great impact here at LSU men's basketball, along with the legendary coach Dale Brown. But when you think about that, this woman here has had the same type of impact on women's basketball.
Missed by Checkwell, rebounded by Rashante LeBlanc. And the foul will give State the basketball. Here is a look at the banners here. Maravich, O'Neal, Pettit. Put her right next to O'Neal. They both wear 33.
Yeah, next year do it at the Tennessee LSU game right here on Fox. And that's the time to retire the jersey. But they play here next year because LSU beat them for the first time in Knoxville.
What a great victory that was for the LSU Tigers, and now they have won back-to-back seasons over Tennessee, as we see LeBlanc is fouled. Changing the guard a little bit here in the SEC.
I don't know if there's changing of the guard, but it is a little bit, I guess. But don't ever count out Pat Summit. What a coach, what a job, look out. They've adjusted. Zolman is playing really well. She's playing to the point some, but I'd have to say there's a little bit of a change of the guard with LSU playing like they are at this time.
SEC standings at this point.
Looks like Kentucky's going to be number 4, Georgia number 3, locked up. Florida and Vandy could be 5 and 6. South Carolina right now is down 15 points at halftime to Vandy. If they lose that game, they'll go to 7th. Arkansas and Ole Miss is playing today. The winner goes 8th and the loser goes 9th. All that does is say who's going to wear white jersey and who's going to wear the dark jersey.
Well, the one thing we know, Mississippi State will play the 5th seed Thursday night at 6:30 in North Little Rock as we see Heather Hollis, the freshman, come in and drain the three.
They'll be playing Kentucky. That's going to be a great tournament once again. If you live anywhere near there, get over and see it. You'll really enjoy it.
Augustus on the baseline.
I tell you a potential matchup. Saturday night, Georgia and Tennessee again. Oh, what that could be. I'm not saying they'll both win, but I'm saying if they do, what a game.
McKinney with a move. And the possibility of seeing LSU play Tennessee yet again.
Yeah, and all those Georgia fans, Bernie, they're mad at you already because they think they're going to beat Tennessee on Saturday night. I know Coach Andy Landers believes that.
Well, last year it was a Tennessee-LSU final, and Tennessee won that game over the Lady Tigers.
See, always, I don't care what coaches say, there's a payback game. Right now, if Tennessee does get LSU in the finals, they lost the home game. Now Tennessee's in a payback mood. The next time they play LSU, they're going to say, let's get after it. But I thought Duke would be in a payback mood against North Carolina yesterday, and they couldn't get within 12. Right now, no one's playing better than the University of North Carolina in women's basketball. They beat Duke 77-65, and I thought they beat them fairly, not easy, but pretty convincingly.
Warren misses, rebounded for the Tigers, jump ball. Question, coach, is can LSU hang with either Duke or North Carolina?
I don't think there's any doubt in my mind. They can play with both of them. Puckett Chapman's team, they can play with anybody. They're going to have to do it at a certain time. What the secret to playing in the NCAAs is that in those last games, Baylor proved it. Get hot, play well, get at the right time, start peaking, get better as each game goes along. When you do that, the great news is there's maybe 7 or 8 teams that could. Connecticut with a great NCAA tournament coach could win it all.
Aston inside, Sylvia Fowles, triple team, still puts it in.
That's amazing. Sometimes you cannot double team, triple team a perimeter player, but a post player you can at all times. She scored every shot she has today, contested with 2 Mississippi State players on her.
Hollis gets the rebound, kicks it back out top to Cedar Warren with the ball. Under 4 to play here in the second half. Hollis for 3 again. Heather Hollis has 6 points, both of them coming from beyond the arc.
You know, Mississippi State's done a good job, and I don't want anyone to misunderstand it. From keeping this game from being a blowout, Bernie, it could have gotten ugly early in the second half. They fought back. They're down now. They're close enough to make a game out of it right here at the end.
It was 16-16 at one point. Early in the first half, the Bulldogs went 13 minutes without scoring. Augustus with the rebound puts it back. And Simone Augustus has 23 points in the game.
30-second timeout charge to the Lady Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Barry Robert. Please come to
well, coming up later, the Acura College Hoop Show tonight at 5 o'clock. Be sure to check your local listings. That before ACC Sunday Night Hoops. The regular season wrapping up on both the women's and the men's side, and it should be an exciting finish. You know, March Madness is terrific for both the men's and the women's program.
You know, for a number of years when I was coaching at Ole Miss, I just could not wait to go to the SEC tournament. It's such an excitement. You get to see how your team is going to stack up. You get to watch other games. I don't think of any better time than this SEC basketball tournament. It's such a fun, so many great players, outstanding coaches. You're going to see early, Arkansas, Ole Miss will have another rematch. At halftime, Ole Miss was up a point. That game will be Thursday afternoon. There'll just be so many great matchups. Most of the time in the SEC tournament, all games are very, very close.
Porter with a move. McKinney puts it up off the rebound. Porter's trying to change your mind today, Coach.
Yeah, she's saying, hey, you have not mentioned me all year for SEC freshman on the freshman team. She's making a move right now.
Augustus on the baseline.
She is not making a move. She's been my player of the year from the very first game till the very last game.
Question is, does she win back-to-back Wade trophies?
You name me a better player right now. She's going #1 in the WNBA draft. I think Pondexter's done a nice job, but she has not turned it on right now lately like Simone Augustus has for this LSU team. 32 against Tennessee. Every time they need a big basket throughout this season, she's been able to make it.
Well, if she does that, she will be just the second player all time to win back-to-back Wade trophies.
I'm telling you right now, today you're witnessing one of the all-time greats in women's basketball. She's going to be one of them. 10 years from now, everybody will be talking about it.
10,094 fans all on their feet here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Simone Augustus has 27 points on senior day, going out in style. 62-44.
All new CMI with Chris Myers. Hoop sensation Adam Morrison on being compared to a legend.
I'm white, he's white, so the comparisons are going to be automatic. I'm nowhere near the level he's at.
Adam Morrison on the Chris Myers interview Sunday on FSN.
The race for the WCHA crown comes down to the final weekend. Can the Badgers keep their hopes alive in a crucial showdown with the Huskies? St. Cloud State versus Wisconsin, Friday on FSN North.
Each year, 1 out of every 3 seniors over 65 will have a serious fall. Even with a phone in every room, the chance of reaching one of them in a fall emergency is less than 10%. But Life Alert can get you help fast, even when you cannot reach a phone.
When you have a heart attack like I did, and there's no one there, Life Alert was there for me.
Because of Life Alert, I have the ability to not feel alone, and my independence is possible because of it.
Life Alert can also be a great alternative to a retirement home.
I couldn't handle the alternative of going to a nursing home. If it wasn't for my Life Alert, that's where I'd be.
Thanks to Life Alert, you can live alone without ever being alone. And that's why I wear one.
Please call 1-800-721-2220 for free information about Life Alert. That's 1-800-721-2220, or visit us on the web at the address on your screen. Don't delay. Call us now at 1-800-721-2220.
You're watching FSN North.
1:17 to play here in Baton Rouge, 62-44. Scores elsewhere around the Southeastern Conference. It is the final day of the SEC regular season. Important jockeying going on. Earlier today, Kentucky a winner. Florida, what a Jekyll and Hyde team they are.
Yeah.
48-48.
I bet it's driving Carolyn Peck crazy. You beat LSU, you're tied up with Tennessee. Look at this score, Ole Miss up 5, and now South Carolina's made a game out of it. I think South Carolina has to win this game at Vandy today, trailing 8 to make it in the NCAAs. I might be wrong. What a class act. You take a timeout, look at Coach Chapman. This is why she's a great coach. You then at this time sub, take all the players out, let Simone and all the other seniors, Williams and Hoxton, get a standing ovation. Let them all stand up and say thank you for a job well done. 27 points. What a way to end your careers. You see all the faithful standing up and cheering.
One last hug in the regular season from the head coach, as they have not sat down. 10,094 fans in attendance today. The 8th largest crowd in LSU women's basketball history to say goodbye to Simone Augustus.
And when you think about it, you would have to think before the game that they thought they were going, that Mississippi State, that they would beat Mississippi State today. They came here to say thank you. Almost 11,000 people to a player that's meant so much to this LSU family. You talk about the whole program, the whole athletic program. They've created an interest here that just wasn't here.
1 minute to play.
Augustus came back to give the Tigers one more chance to win a national championship. All that's part of the story will be unveiled in the next couple of weeks. The one thing we know, Coach, is they've won back-to-back SEC regular season titles, and for the moment have taken the power of the conference away from Tennessee, at least this season.
Yeah, for the last 2 seasons that you see them right now, I think they're poised. I think they're ready to win a national championship. I thought at one time, as you see Mississippi State scoring inside, they might to win a national championship. A little Johnson that's up in Washington in our league right now. I thought that loss, Tamika Johnson, might really hurt them. But give White and LeBronch credit. They've come in and they've played well. They've run the team, and they're smart enough to say, hey, I cannot score like Johnson, but I can get the ball to the big 2 horses inside, one of them inside, one of them on the wing. They've done a very nice job of doing that without turning it over.
You think we'll see more of a 2-man game as we head towards the NCAA tournament?
If I would say to LSU right now, Coach Chapman, if there's anything, I think that when you get in trouble offensively, you may have to go to a 2-man game. You don't want to because you want unselfish basketball, but you just got too good of players sometimes. Maybe once every, say, 5 or 6 possessions, make sure they get some touches.
LSU, LeBlanc, ready for the last bucket. It does not fall, but it's Simone Augustus and the LSU Tigers, back-to-back Southeastern Conference champions. They win it 62-48 as Simone Augustus has 27 points in today's contest.
And when you think about it, this is a great player, and you, as we watch it, you got to be happy for her because when you turn around a team, you want to stay at home, you want your mom and daddy and all your buddies to see her play. Look at these fans. I've been so impressed. 11,000 of them come in here today to say, hey, thank you very much.
Well, we're going to get a chance to talk to Augustus and Coach Chapman. Stay with us. More to come from Baton Rouge. LSU wins it today, 62-48.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Best Damn is turning 1,000, and we're counting down our top 100 moments to celebrate the best.
I love you. You complete me.
Oh, shut up. You had me at hello.
And the worst.
Please welcome Jeff Richardson.
Richard Jackson.
Where's this going to end up?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week at 10:30.
College basketball hits the hardwood on FSN. The Pac-10 race heats up as Washington looks to spoil Cal's bid for a conference championship. Tonight on FSN.
On an all-new CMI with Chris Myers, Mark Cuban.
People said, shut up, write the checks, and sit in the suite. Now when a new owner comes in, they ask, are you going to be like Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban on the Chris Myers interview tonight on FSN.
Hey, did you know an SEC soccer player runs over 5 miles in one match?
Wow!
A softball team does over 1,000 loads of laundry a season.
Holy cow!
A football team's fans can eat over 40,000 hot dogs at one home game.
That's a lot of hot dogs.
There's more cool stuff to find out at seckids.com. Read about your favorite teams, play fun-filled games, and check out way cool stuff like how you can become an SEC champion.
This site's incredible.
seckids.com.
It's awesome.
The rules are simple. Hold tight and don't blink. This week, the action heats up at the Wrangler Pro Rodeo Tour. The top cowboys face off in the country's best rodeos and compete for their share of a $9 million bounty. The Wrangler Pro Rodeo Tour, Thursday on FSN.
62-48 our final score. Let's go courtside to Coach Van Chancellor with Simone Augustus.
Thank you very much, Bernie. Today we have one of the great players. You're one of the best players to ever play the women's game. What does it mean to have all of these fans to come out here and show such great support for you?
It means a lot. It shows where LSU Lady Tiger basketball has come. You know, I remember the days when it wasn't as many fans in the stands, and I'm just proud that I was able to have an impact here, and they're coming out showing so much love and support for us.
As you get ready to go into Southeastern Conference play, you're the #1 seed. Congratulations on winning the championship outright. What do you think you guys have to do now to win the tournament championship?
We have to focus for 40 minutes, go out and compete. Make sure we have a lot of energy and intensity. Make sure we get after it on defense. That's been key for us all year long at getting our offense initiated. So make sure we have that intensity on defense to keep us going.
Yeah, emotionally, what has this done to you today as you think about where you've carried this program last game in the Assembly Center here?
It means a lot. I'm just happy that I made the right decision to come here, just to see my family and friends and all the supporters here. Means a lot to me, and I'm very excited, and I'm going to finish my day off at the tailgate party and have a good time.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. Right now, we have Coach Chapman. As coaches, you think about it, and we're looking at being honored here today, and you think about coaching a great player. What a privilege that has been. What does that mean to you?
It has been everything, Van. You think about the numbers that Simone puts up on the court, but I think it's Simone away from the basketball court that separates her. And I always talk about her playing without the basketball in her hand. It's all those intangibles that make her one of the greatest to play this game.
Are you ready now for the SEC nationally? How do you feel about your basketball team at this time?
You know, the SEC makes it hard to ever feel really good about yourself. So it kind of keeps everything in perspective. Obviously, there's some things we need to clean up, but I think every coach feels that way about this time. But the SEC tournament is a great place to fine-tune some things and get ready for the national championship.
Well, good. Thank you very much. Good job. Second SEC championship. I know how hard they are. Congratulations to you.
Thanks, man.
Back to you, Bernie, at this time.
Well, thanks, Coach. Plenty more to come from Baton Rouge. The Tigers win it today, 62-48.
All new CMI with Chris Myers. Hoop sensation Adam Morrison on being compared to a legend.
I'm white, he's white, so the comparisons are going to be automatic. I'm nowhere near the level he's at.
Adam Morrison on the Chris Myers interview Sunday on FSN.
The race for the WCHA crown comes down to the final weekend. Can the Badgers keep their hopes alive in a crucial showdown with the Huskies? St. Cloud State versus Wisconsin, Friday on FSN North.
It's television's most prestigious fishing tournament. FLW Outdoors.
Look at the bend in that rod.
The ultimate weekly challenge in competitive fishing.
Woo! Huge fish.
Follow the world's top anglers as they go head-to-head in a race to hook the day's most elusive catch. And battle it out for the right to be crowned world champion. FLW Outdoors, Sundays on FSN.
Now they're beating us on the boards out there, guys. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson. Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, it's my girl. You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a...
First of all, let's congratulate LSU, 27-1 the last two seasons in conference play. They win their second consecutive SEC title. Elsewhere in women's college basketball today, how about Tennessee trailing Florida in the second half? Pat Summitt in her career, 34-1 against the Gators. Georgia has not lost to Auburn at home since February of 1993. That fact still remains the same. South Carolina and Vandy late in that game. Vandy has lost 2 of their last 3. They are in control by 10 points in this game right now. In the ACC, number 18 Boston College at Florida State. Senior day for the Seminoles. Holly Johnson with a 3. And that puts Florida State up by 9. Johnson scores in double digits in her last home game. And so did senior Ganiat out of Dunton. A good way to say farewell to your home season. Florida State's 10th ACC win, the most in their history. Maryland had an easy time over Northern Colorado. Number 4 in the nation. Their 3 losses, twice to Duke, at Tennessee. They're the only team this year who has beaten North Carolina. And speaking of the ACC, Georgia Tech and Miami, it's a great game. Final play of regulation, Tech down. And it's Janie Mitchell who forces the first overtime. 10 seconds left in the first overtime. Tamara James from Miami takes us to a second overtime. And in the double overtime session, Renee Taylor pulls up for a deep 3, nails it, puts Miami up for good. She had 37 points, did James on the night. Double overtime win for Miami. My partners, Perry Clark, Larry Conley. We're moments away from ACC Sunday Night Hoops. And let's talk about the men's game, because this is nearly a must-win if you can be at that point in this season for the Maryland Terrapins.
Well, it is, Mike. And the best thing for Maryland is that they're playing at North Carolina, because North Carolina is only 3-3 at home as opposed to 6-1 on the road.
And North Carolina, one of the big surprises, I think, in college basketball. That man